The Spring Festival, more widely known as the Chinese New Year, is not only the most important celebration in China but also one of the world's grandest cultural festivities. Rooted in thousands of years of tradition, myth, and collective memory, it transcends simple ritual to embody the values, hopes, and identity of the Chinese people. Every year, millions journey home, fireworks light up the skies, red envelopes pass from hand to hand, and generations reunite around steaming feasts. But beyond the firecrackers and dragons lies a rich tapestry of customs, meanings, and evolving traditions that define this remarkable holiday. The origins of the Spring Festival. The history of Chinese New Year stretches back more than 3,000 years, with its origins tied to agricultural cycles and ancient religious practices. Traditionally, it marked the end of winter and the beginning of a new lunar year, a time to pray to the gods for a bountiful harvest and to honor ancestors. Over time, these observances evolved into one of the most culturally symbolic events in China. One enduring legend tells of Nian, a fearsome beast that terrorized villagers at the end of each year. Nian was said to devour crops, livestock, and even people, especially children. But it was eventually discovered that the beast feared loud noises, bright lights, and the color red. To scare it away, villagers hung red banners, set off firecrackers, and lit lanterns. These tactics not only drove away the monster but also gave birth to many of today's Spring Festival customs. The lunar calendar and the date. Unlike the Western New Year, which follows the solar Gregorian calendar, the Chinese New Year adheres to the lunar calendar, beginning on the first new moon between January 21st and February 20th. This variation means that the festival's date shifts each year, aligning with nature's rhythms rather than fixed dates. Each year is also associated with an animal from the Chinese zodiac's 12-year cycle, including the rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. These zodiac signs are believed to influence personality, destiny, and fortune. It is common for people to refer to the year not just by its number but by its animal, such as the year of the dragon or the year of the rabbit, adding a deeper layer of cultural identity to each new cycle. The 15-day celebration cycle. Though many see Chinese New Year as a single day, it is in fact a 15-day festival, each with its own traditions, taboos, and significance. The festival begins on New Year's Eve and culminates with the Lantern Festival on the 15th day. Preparations before the New Year. Weeks before the festival begins, families begin meticulous preparations. Homes are thoroughly cleaned, not just for physical tidiness, but to sweep away bad luck and make room for incoming blessings. Red couplets, poetic phrases wishing prosperity and happiness, are pasted on doors and windows. Bright red lanterns, paper cuttings, and symbols of good fortune transform neighborhoods into seas of crimson and gold. It is also a time for settling debts, mending disputes, and preparing for reunions. Many travel vast distances, by train, plane, or bus, to return to their hometowns in what is often called the world's largest human migration, Chunyun. This massive movement underscores the central importance of family in Chinese society. New Year's Eve, the reunion dinner. No part of the Spring Festival is more emotionally significant than New Year's Eve, when families gather for a lavish reunion dinner. Often the most elaborate meal of the year, this dinner features symbolic dishes that carry wishes for the future. Dumplings, resembling ancient Chinese silver ingots, symbolize wealth. Fish, which sounds like surplus in Chinese, is always served but never fully eaten, representing abundance. Glutinous rice cakes, Nian Gao, signify progress and growth, as Nian also means year. After dinner, families stay up late to welcome the new year in a tradition called shosui. At midnight, the sky erupts with fireworks and firecrackers, continuing the ancient ritual of warding off evil spirits. New Year's Day and visiting relatives. On New Year's Day, people wear new clothes, usually in red, to symbolize a fresh start and invite good fortune. The color red dominates everything, from decorations to envelopes, because it is believed to bring joy and prosperity. Children bow to their elders with respectful greetings like, Gong Shi Fa Kai, may you be prosperous, and, in return, receive hongbao, red envelopes filled with money. These red envelopes aren't simply gifts, they are blessings, meant to pass on luck and protection. The following days are dedicated to visiting relatives and friends, exchanging blessings, and strengthening social bonds. Different days of the 15-day cycle honor different aspects of life, from welcoming the god of wealth to celebrating farm animals to praying for health and longevity. Taboos and superstitions. The Spring Festival is steeped in superstition. During the first days of the new year, there are numerous do's and don'ts aimed at securing fortune and warding off misfortune. Sweeping the floor, for instance, is discouraged, lest one sweep away good luck. Words related to death or misfortune are avoided in conversation. Even breaking a bowl is considered unlucky, although some families mitigate the bad omen by wrapping the pieces and discarding them discreetly while muttering auspicious phrases. These beliefs may vary across regions but reflect a deeper cultural preoccupation with balance, harmony, and cosmic fortune. The Lantern Festival, a glowing finale. The Spring Festival culminates on the 15th day with the Lantern Festival, a breathtaking spectacle that symbolizes unity, harmony, and the return of light. The full moon on this night reflects the cyclical nature of life, as well as hopes for a bright future. People gather in parks and temples, carrying intricate lanterns, some shaped like animals, others bearing riddles and poems. Children delight in guessing lantern riddles, while families release lanterns into the sky or onto rivers, a tradition that reflects prayers for peace and guidance. Another essential treat of this day is tangyuan, sweet glutinous rice balls filled with sesame, red bean, or peanut paste. Their round shape symbolizes family togetherness and unity, making them the perfect dessert to close the festivities. Modern transformations and global influence. In recent decades, the Spring Festival has evolved significantly. While many traditions endure, others have adapted to modern life. Digital red envelopes are now popular on messaging apps. Fireworks are banned in many cities due to environmental concerns. Yet the heart of the festival, family, renewal, and hope, remains untouched. Spring Festival is also no longer confined to China. With Chinese communities spread across the globe, from New York to Nairobi, Sydney to Singapore, the New Year is a global celebration. Parades, lion dances, and lantern shows are common in Chinatowns worldwide. In countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, and Vietnam, each with their own cultural variations of the festival, it is a public holiday observed with as much enthusiasm as in China. International governments and businesses also increasingly acknowledge the importance of the Spring Festival. Iconic landmarks like the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, and the London Eye often light up in red and gold in honor of Chinese New Year. Symbolism and cultural values. At its core, the Spring Festival is far more than a holiday. It is a living reflection of Chinese philosophy and values. The emphasis on filial piety, collective memory, ancestral worship, and cosmic harmony permeates every aspect of the celebration. Red symbolizes not only luck but also vitality and protection. The act of reunion emphasizes the importance of family ties. Offerings to ancestors underscore a respect for the past, while firecrackers and festive food reflect a belief in warding off bad energy and inviting abundance. This layered symbolic structure transforms the Spring Festival from a festive occasion into a deeply spiritual and communal experience. Connecting past and future, the living and the dead, and the individual to society. Conclusion, a timeless celebration. Despite the shifting tides of history and modernity, the Spring Festival remains an enduring pillar of Chinese identity. Whether celebrated in a high-rise apartment in Shanghai, a rural village in Yunnan, or a bustling Chinatown in San Francisco, its essence is unchanging, a celebration of renewal, a reverence for tradition, and a collective wish for happiness, prosperity, and peace. As lanterns rise into the night sky and families gather around glowing tables, the Spring Festival reminds us of a universal truth. In the end, home, heritage, and hope are what bind us most. And every new year, regardless of where we are, is a chance to begin again.